Hi everyone, it's your girl Miss Analytical. I said I would be coming back later on. And this is like my little, middays with analytical segment as I presented to you all last week. It was a pilot episode. I'm glad you liked it. To all the 50 plus people that watched, I sincerely appreciate it and I thank you very much. Um, this is a segment that I definitely wasn't planning on doing. I actually was gonna do and I still am gonna do a segment on Hassan Campbell. But as always, he's the gift or the headache that keeps on giving. And Hassan, whenever you do research and you are practically finished with doing the research for one topic, he does something else. Like, when is the madness going to end? So, Hassan, last night, he goes online and he basically states that he's at Bronx River. He wants to basically shoot people in the face who talk bad about him, like harmed him, threatened him, and so forth. But it was really disturbing because he said something that was really, you know, like really violent. He basically was basically saying in so many words that he is aggravated and he hates all of the people. And he said a word, I can't think of it, but Hassan needs help, and I'm not a fan of his. I don't think what his answers are cute. And anybody that dislikes him, most people have valid reasons. My thing with Hassan has always been, why didn't you go at what's his name? Bambata initially, but you're going at all these people. These people didn't do anything to you initially. Your biggest gripe when you first came on the internet was about Bambata molesting you. Why are you going at all these people? Why would you go at different YouTubers? Listen, let's keep it real. People are gonna talk, but the way you presented yourself in the beginning is totally different from how you presenting yourself now. And besides, there are valid questions that people want to ask. People want to know what happened to the boy. People want to know how did you ever willingly let Bambata sex you? How you treated Sanetta, the accusations of him. I could go on and on and on and on and on. But the bottom line is, Hassan, you're saying people are laughing at your pain, that you have pain. He was getting, Eric Johnson says he was getting the soul sonic force put in him that got him going crazy. Child, you know what I think it is, Eric Johnson, 94. I personally think that Hassan wanted to be famous. And I think that when it didn't happen, that was the beginning of the anger. And I think he had anger for Bambata for years, but he concealed it because he saw that the relationship was beneficial, not just monetarily, but also having, to tell people that I'm cool with an icon. And I get to go places, travel the world. I can go to security. I get to be connections, even though I don't have a GED, let alone a college degree. I'm not educated, but I got more going for me in the entertainment world, even though I'm not an entertainer. And that's what happened, Eric. But he got upset when he got replaced, which is a common thing for molesters to do. When you start to age out, the molester moves on to someone younger. And that's what Bambata did. But I do believe that Hassan felt betrayed, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back, and that was being the end. And afterwards, 2 years later, he made that that video about the Zulus going to the March on Washington. And from that point, it got posted by supposedly Ron Savage and his people, and then Star took it, and you all know the rest is history. For the price of money, fame, people will do anything. Most people will. That's a sad thing. Like I know I wouldn't do it, but you're right. Most people will do anything, and it has to do with morals. It has to do with the desire to be, loved, admired, and just some people just don't care. Some people don't have a soul. I'm convinced, and I think Hassan, in the strangest way, I think he kind of prostituted himself to Gambata. But I'm gonna keep it real. No matter what, I don't think Hassan was in the right household. He didn't have strong men around him. If he would have had strong men around him, he would have gravitated towards Bambaataa. Bambaataa wouldn't have been able to do what he did to him. And we gotta hold the adults accountable because they created a monster. These antics he's doing online, they did that. They molded him. They didn't stop it. You never hear him say he went to go see therapy. He went to talk to a counselor. He never said that, Mr. Antifugazi. Facts. Exactly. He never said, I'm going to seek help. We're going to see, me and Sequoia, we're going to see a marriage and family therapist. He never does that. All he does is talk about what happened to him as a kid, Jim Jones, all these other rappers. Then he'll talk about, you laughing at my pain. And then he'll talk about other stuff. And but he won't talk about how, I enrolled in counseling. What's the whole point of you doing what you did? Because Hassan, you're not a talent. Even though I do think, honestly, I think that he wanted to be a commentator like in the middle, like around 2018. I do think he wanted to be like this person that's on, Revolt TV and they do like commentate on the culture and hip hop. I think he wanted to be scouted. I think there's a part of him that wants to be a huge personality. I think he wants to be that. Like, take for example, the whole thing with Five God. He's on the album doing an introduction to the Nature song and the Black Lives Don't Matter song. And then let's keep it real on the Five God subject. Do y'all think that he set Five God up? Or do y'all think they was in on it together? And also, I looked up the record label that Five God is on, Campbell Soup Records. I can't find anything. Hey Vulcan 2054, how are you? One eye Eric Johnson 94. One eyed Willie Jimmy, the Informer Jones, aka Careful, allegedly. Yeah, 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 that whole Jim Jones thing is a real that one goes deep. That one goes real deep. Hi, Wax Dog. Hi. I like the channel. You be going in. You know what? I'm gonna say this though. I like Wax Dog. Shout out to Wax Dog. Um, have you ever thought about not doing a movie, but doing like a compilation spoof? I actually like that spoof that Wax did over the summer when Hassan was talking about how he invaded Truman High School and it was a shootout and their bottle was a getaway driver and it was Kermit the Frog. That was funny. That shit was hilarious. That really made my summer because my summer was boring as hell. You welcome, Wax. Yeah, Wax put in that work. There's a lot of brothers that put in the work because I remember when the story broke, and there were a lot of people that were having compassion because that was something that people never, ever, ever really heard about children being molested in hip hop. You hear about it like from Hollywood, You also hear about it even in R&B, even back in the days, but you never heard about it in hip hop, especially from like a pioneer, quote unquote. And we all had compassion for him, but we all just wanted to know the one thing: why did you not get him arrested? This dude had ample amount of time. This dude had half a decade. He had half a decade. It's been half a decade since he's been on YouTube. He didn't just do this like for all of you all that are just hearing his name. It's been half a decade. Yes, Eric, half a decade, 5 years. 5 years. Eric Johnson says, Campbell Soup Records, what kind of name is that for a record label? That's a good question. Well, I think that more than likely it has to do with his last name being Campbell. And so adding Campbell Soup was supposed to be catchy. But here's the kicker: it wouldn't work because Campbell Soup is actually a brand. So the only way he would probably be able to get like the name registered through the Secretary of State with New York, because that's who does the paperwork. He has to change the spelling of soup. And I don't know. You know, the brand of Hassan is kind of weird anyway. So who knows? Maybe he was drunk when he did that. And I'm just being honest about it. But I have an interesting thing that I do want to bring up. I've never seen a man that has a family full of children that have sicknesses, if you know what I mean. I've never seen anything like that in my life. All in the video, smiling, hugging with his baby, in the pictures, cheesing. Yeah, Kevin Finney, Vulcan 2050 says, I hope you really do a video live about the KCP party. Those bootlegs are dangerous. Yes, they surely are dangerous. They surely are. And I just want to take a break just real quick and respond to Vulcan's comment. Did you read or did you see the lie that they did about how they got upset about the fact that Trump played them? And the fact that Trump basically is not a real Christian and he left them hanging. Many people who basically supported Trump, they're facing like harsh jail sentences, and they pretty much are doing this party. And the chairman is somebody that just came out of nowhere, and he was in a cult. Yes, I'm gonna do a video about that. Thank you. I have not forgotten, and I appreciate that. Kevin Finney says, be careful what you ask for. Hmm, that's a good point. You know what I always say, and I learned this really, I heard this statement the first time in the Pussycat Doll song. They did a commercial and it said, be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. And a lot of people don't like that statement, and I didn't like it either at first, but that is very powerful. Be careful what you ask for because you will get it, but it won't work out and it'll be your detriment. And I think with Hassan wanted a lot of supporters and he got it, but he thought the public was stupid because he's used to being around people that he can manipulate. But I have something. See, what really bothers me is Sequoia. How does the woman who is a speech pathologist and an educator deal with a man like him? How do you have him around the kids? Did y'all see the photo on his Instagram with the daughter and the dog? If you haven't seen it yet, go to the page and check it out. People told him take it off because it looks like bestiality and it looks like sodomy and it's real. It's gross. He started cursing people out over it. Wow, Master Trump left this KCP party hanging. Yes, he did, Eric. And you know what? I loved every moment of it. You should go on the page. Her name is Bevelyn Betty. You should go on her Instagram You should go on the other guy, Ricky Williams. That's her husband. I can't stand that fool. That dude basically said that the Black Power Party is evil, and anybody who basically puts race before their country isn't deserving of going to the kingdom of heaven. And I got the screenshots to prove it. I'm not playing with their asses. They, I did a whole like comment like on my community page. I hate bootlickers. Yes, yes, Vulcan. Yes, they did. The dude said, let me tell you what the dude is. The dude is a grifter. Okay, he was in a cult, and I screenshot the bio. I read it to my family. They don't even believe the shit that was posted. But I'm gonna tell you what's going on, and I'm gonna tell you what's going on. The husband to Beverly Betty is a grifter. He's using her for money. He's a chairman, but that bitch is signing all the checks. Now they went to Florida recently, and they basically was in a hotel because Florida's the only place where you don't have to have mandates, you don't have to have the vax, you don't have to have the mask, and they can't force you nor ask you. Otherwise, they could be penalized. My thing is this: somebody who is a powerful white supremacist is fronting their organization. Because in this day and age, with the economy dwindling because of COVID, how are they paying for it? They don't have jobs. They don't have jobs at all. And you want to know something? I think they're the same as Hassan. They're just like Hassan, but just in different like fields. They are literally like Hassan. They're grifters. They're liars. They don't like black people. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, Hassan don't like black people. You ever notice Hassan is always shouting out white people? Shout out to my white subscribers. Shout out to the white people. He's always shouting out white people. Like a couple of days ago, he shouted out to his Dominican subscribers, his Puerto Rican supporters, and then his white supporters. Eric Johnson, 94, said, left them dangling like a chicken with his head cut off in Haiti. Yep, yep, he sure did. And you know what's crazy, Eric? One of the people in the KCP party is actually from Paris, but her parents are from Haiti. Her parents are from Haiti. And this chick had the nerve to say that at one time she was racist after watching the Malcolm X movie. You know, the one that came out in 92. She became a racist and she started hating white people. But when she began to follow Christ and open her heart to being a Christian, she no longer was a racist. And she basically threw Malcolm X legacy under the bus. And that's a dirty bitch. That's a dirty bitch for doing that. And she's Haitian and she's despicable to her people. And she talks bad about her people too. They're bootlickers. They're bootlickers. But you know what? There's a saying though. You can make a lot of money being a coon. But being a coon doesn't come with a retirement plan. Coons never have happy endings. Look at Herman Cain. Herman Cain was cheesing it all and everything. And then, as when he passed away from COVID, they act like he never existed. Okay, it says Waxlock. He shouted out his Dominicans because a few days earlier he called them Germans on his live. Oh shit, 100% fraud. Wow, I didn't know that. So Vulcan 2054 said all three of the black founders are non-FBA. Beverlyn is actually FBA. Her people come from North Carolina. But here's the thing, Beverlyn don't like FBAs. She said that we don't know how to get money, we're lazy. And she basically talked bad about people. See, the thing about Beverly and Betty is this. Beverly and Betty is from that group of FBAs that basically fucked it up for all of us. Almost. I would say almost. And they were almost successful. And she comes from bad stock. That's a good point that you made though. But she don't really like being FBA because she doesn't have a good experience. And see, a lot of those kind of people that are black conservatives, They come from bad stock. And I've been saying this for a long time. She don't have racial pride. The girl is idiot. She didn't go to school. She got her GED though, but she's dumb as shit. She's dumb. But I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. But she don't fuck with us though. She don't fuck with us though. But it's funny how she said that she's a pimp. That we're being pimped out because we're Democrats. But she's being pimped out more so than anything. But yeah, she's kind of almost like a female Hassan Campbell, though. Really, she really is. But so Hassan made a mistake, Wax Dog. Some of these bootlicks need the Sammy Sosa skin treatment. You know what? I don't endorse bleaching at all. But you know what? I wouldn't mind a trade off. If we could trade them to being white, anything else. And okay, take for example Rachel Dolezal. I know a lot of people don't like Rachel Dolezal. She's a white woman that pretended to be black. But she was more down with us than these fucking bootlickers. Take her and send the whole group over there with them. That's how I feel. Oh, okay. I thought all three of them were FBA. Yeah, only she's the only one that isn't. But a lot of the supporters aren't though. They're mostly white. Just go on their webpage. You gotta read about their these fools want to basically end pornography. That's how much of a fantasy. They're just doing too much. I'm definitely gonna make a video about it. I solely am. I haven't forgotten about it. And I got the screenshots to prove it. And I got the website up on my page if you want to take a visit. Yeah, but Hassan made a lot of enemies. And I want to talk about Bullis Gotti. Bullis Gotti is a groupie. He's a groupie. He's that one guy that no matter how wrong Hassan is, he's going to group for him. He made a video this morning, basically like praying for my bro Hassan. I ain't click on it. But I'm like listening to the clubhouse, which Trife, Hassan Bullets. People are telling Bullets like Bullets, mind your business. Don't say nothing. This is not about you. Thought he got you. Yeah, he is. He is. And you're a grown man. You came before Hassan, but you beat up your grandmother when she tell you to take out the garbage. This is his groupie. This is his one friend. This is his one friend. And I heard he's never met Hassan. Hassan's never invited him to hang out with him, unlike how he invited Derek Williams. Like, where's the real friendship in this? To me, the friendship is one-sided, in my opinion. And I'm gonna keep it real. Bullis Gotti reminds me of the kid that's in the slow classes, and he sees somebody that was really like kind of famous or popular, and he just wants to be down. He's just enamored with Hassan. He loves him. I don't think it's gay though. I just think that he really looks at Hassan as the friend that he always wanted. I'm just gonna be honest. But yeah, Hassan needs help. But you know what he really needs though? He needs to be sanctioned on YouTube. He needs to pay a fine. And I think that they need to, pause his channel for a month. He needs to learn lesson because the thing is that without YouTube, he don't have nothing going for him. But if you ever visit Sexy Lady D, Donna's page, Donna from the Bronx, BX Donna, she posted messages from Hassan Campbell. This dude basically threatened her. He basically put her address on Facebook. He basically told her that, I wish you would stop talking about me. Then had the nerve to offer her $500 if she had sex with him in the projects. He solicited sex from Sexy Lady D, BX Donna. That dude is crazy. But then you want to go on YouTube and play the victim. Somebody needs to take that phone and lick a bottle. Facts. Facts. You right, Wax. Somebody does. Somebody does. Because you see, without the phone, he doesn't have access to YouTube or the internet or Instagram. And that liquor bottle gives him the courage to say the stuff that he says about people. Like this dude, you know how much money this dude makes a year? Just a month on YouTube. This dude makes an average of 4K. Okay? This dude made a year on YouTube. I kid you not. This dude made about 4K times 12. He made about an average of 54,000 a year. Okay? With Cash Apps, with PayPal, with all the other donations, this dude easily is racking up, if not six figures, literally close to it. Okay? And why does he buy all those fur coats for himself, those clothes, and even bought Five God a coat? But you not buying your daughters the best. He bought something for the other daughter recently because people was talking about him. And my thing is, whatever happened to Lily? Where's Lily? Where's Lily? And another thing I want to know too, when is Hassan going to realize that his actions are really, really making him look like a boy? The dude is pushing 50 easily. He's easily pushing 50. Okay? And I want to give a shout out to Miss 504 because she's been on his neck like crazy. And I want to also give a shout out to 10 Toes Down TV because what he did to 10 Toes Down TV was despicable. You told something on YouTube that was told to you in private that wasn't even related to your channel. And you promised that you would keep the information to yourself. Hassan is a snake. Hassan is a snitch. And I believe he's an informant. Because ain't no way you could come on YouTube with a gun, flashing it, and then flash it to the police. And they don't do anything to you when our state is a no carry state. Wax Lily is the one that's pushing his channel behind the scenes. Remember, he's a bird brain. You right. That's a good point, Wax Dog. But oh, and by the way, I'm gonna tell something. I'm gonna make a video because I knew Lily's cousin. I knew Lily's cousin. He did pass away a year and a half ago. He was a really great person. And he told me about Lily and Hassan. And he warns me about Hassan half a decade ago before Hassan blew up on YouTube. Another thing, too, is that he even calls out Lily in their whole relationship. I'm going to make a video about that. Now, this is a thing that I want to know. When he's at the house with the white in there, that's Sequoia's house. Or is that still Lily's house? And how many kids Lily have for him? And how many kids Sequoia have for him? And how many of them are Fosters? Like, this dude got a body. he got a nation of children, honestly. But the one thing I really don't like about Hassan, I don't like how his children, his daughters, be cursing. When that the little girl, I don't know if it was Jordan or the other one, but remember when he told her in the video, responding to Miss 504, oh, Jordan, no, one of them come over here. Um, this bitch right here said that your hair ain't done. What? Excuse me? What? You son of a bitch? And she said, son of a bitch. And my thing is, when I was that age, I couldn't curse like that in front of my parents or even any adults. That was an automatic slap in the face. You gonna be on punishment. You can't go outside. You can't even eat up snacks. You know? And it's like he's not raising the kids, or they wild out when Hassan is around, but when Sequoia or Lily's there, they probably, are pretty much on their behavior. But I think Hassan is a bad father. So it says, I don't watch Hassan's channel, but from all the mess I heard about it, I'm glad I don't. Yeah, you're right. Wax dog. Yeah, Eric Johnson. Facts. Yeah. Yeah. Like, how you gonna curse and then like, do y'all remember the video Wax dog? You probably saw this one when he told his daughters to sit down and he said to the daughters, when your father was little, somebody raped your father. Oh my God, really? And then he looked in the camera real sly, like he wasn't telling the truth. And it's like, dude, did you get that or did you get raped? Was you molested? What is it? Inform us, no voice. Yeah, yeah, facts, facts. And then the other one, when he told the twins and then the other daughter, Imani, you know, there's somebody out here that's after that's after your father. They want to kill your father. Oh my God. No, no, no. Yeah, they want to murder your father. No, you're not gonna kill my father. No, you're not, you bastards. It was almost like South Park. If you've seen when they say, oh, Kitty been shot. Oh my God, somebody killed Kitty. You bastards. It was like that. And there's something similar, like really sensitive with their brains. And it's like, Hassan, you doing this shit for shock value. And it's not cool. Yeah, it's on my channel. Yep. Yep. It's despicable. Vulcan 2050 says, damn, Vulcan, that ain't even a third of it. A rhythm nation of kitties. Yeah. I think it's like 16 children he have altogether. He has 16 children altogether. It's really sad. It really is, But you know what? Something hit me a couple of days ago. I know people say that because even Lily's cousin told me that there's something defective like with him because all of his kids are born with problems. But there's two things. And this is just, I'm not saying it's indicative, but do you think that Hassan and his girlfriend's wives basically put their children in some kind of program as like test babies and made them be injected with all sorts of stuff to where they sick? Because remember, he likes to say that the vaccines is what made his children basically autistic, specially impaired, and so forth. That's one theory I do have besides the genetics. Another theory I do have, and this is weird, and I'm gonna just, keep it a buck, and it's just an opinion. Do you think that Hassan comes from a family where they practice some really sick shit, if you know what I mean? Because he talks about his mother, his mother's not no longer here. He talks about the mother and the stepfather doing her little sisters, and messing with them. And then the brother messed with him. And then he was even touching his kids, not his kids, but kids, including the cousin. It's a touchy mess of a situation. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, it sure is. It sure is. It sure is. Um, Let me see. I'm about to wrap it up in a few. Yeah, I just think that something's weird. Now, Ten Toes did say that he was on welfare and he gets SSI and he still gets it. He's not if he still is, he's not declaring it on his income. You know, when you get money from the government and you make money outside, like for supplemental income, you got to report that on your taxes. If he's not reporting YouTube on his income, the only way he's getting away with it is that the money is in Lily's name. The channel is probably, in terms of the paperwork, the YouTube paperwork, is probably in Lily's name. Because, like Wax said, she's running the cameras. That's the only way he's getting away with it. The checks are going to Lily's house, or maybe Sequoia's house. But somebody is has their name on the tax paperwork for you for Google, because when you get SSI, you can't get any checks. There is no family members here. Her didn't throw under the bus. Oh wow. Hassan don't have any family. Wow. Oh, there's no family members. He didn't throw on the bus. Yeah, he's a devil. He's evil. He's like last night. You go into Bronx River. You hate Bronx River, but you say that you want to be buried in Bronx River. But he wants people to feel his pain. But then he was like, he was supposed to be here after his mother. But then he wants to do violence. He wants to shoot people in the face. Then he stands on his soapbox and says, "Take care of your kids," says the guy behind. Oh, shit. I didn't know he was behind in child support. You can't make this up. Oh, my God. I didn't know Hassan was behind in his child support payments. Wow. You know what? I've come to the conclusion that Hassan should basically have a documentary on YouTube. And also, I do think that it's time in the strangest of things to do a biography on Hassan Campbell. Not like Lifetime now, but like, how could I say it? I wouldn't want it to be like a Lifetime movie. I want that shit to be like Menace to Society, since he always talking about that movie, and Juice. You know what this dude said the other day? He said that Juice, the movie, is based on nudity. That's why he can't claim YouTube in his name. Facts. Because they would take the money, Wax. They would take all that money. They would take each and every dime, penny, half a penny, copper, lead, and all that. He would be left with the crust off the coins, the rust. He would be left with it. He would have nothing. He would have nothing at all. Yeah, he's pathetic. He really is. Yeah, I do think so. But I really definitely think a documentary should be underway. Also, an expose. People need to really find out what really happened to that boy. What happened to that kid? What happened to that kid? And oh, and another thing too, I do want to say this though. When Hassan first made his debut and he talked about all the murders he did, I actually looked up on NYS docs. And I know people say, because they said on 050 channel, they basically said, somebody said, I don't even think that's his real name. That is his real name. And because of the birthday, because he said that he was a Virgo and he said the year he was born, I actually found the case on it, but it didn't have murder. He lied to Sonetta way back in the day. And It was basically robbery. And it was pretty much about 2.5 years or so. But there was another Hassan Campbell on NYS Docks, which is like New York State Department of Corrections. That Hassan Campbell that was born in like 1954, he was in jail for murder and he had just been released. But he lied. Now, when you go on that very website, his record is sealed, and Gene Deal talks about it. So that is the truth. His record is sealed because he's an informant. Because if you're an informant by law, your record is sealed. So Hassan is an informant. He's an instigator. He's working with cops and everything. And I definitely believe it. And Hassan is somebody that stay away from. I basically never bumped into Hassan, but I always kept that warning to basically keep away from the dude. He's not somebody to befriend. He's not somebody to be cool with. If he could beat Lily the way he's done through the years, that he don't love, he wouldn't be nice to any female. And the way he talks about his mother those years, there was a video of him with his mother like in the hospital, and he called her a bitch. Somebody said facts. You can't get away from not reporting when you on SSI. Social Security will cut you off heartbeat. Facts. Eric says he's off them pills. Red, blue, matrix flavored. Yeah, he is. He really is. He really is. And you know what? In all seriousness, it's a shame. The black male image is something that's very sensitive and it shouldn't be tampered with at all. And I feel that Hassan is making mockery of it. And he's making mockery of it, and it's despicable. But what has kept Hassan there for a long time is because of the white people. White people support him because he talks bad about white people, because he said that Bambaataa molested him. If he would have accused a white man of that, he would have never made it big. He would have never made it big. And and it's funny how people brought up the KCB party because it all ties in. Because white supremacy basically is supporting black conservatives, and they support blacks like Hassan and lift them up and promote them and push them through the algorithm. They push them through the algorithm. They are pushing his nonsense through the algorithm. And people that have channels that are exposing him, and people that have channels that are exposing him and exposing a lot of the dirtbags in our community, they don't promote because we're talking real stuff, but they promote him. But his daughters, you know, that photo with the dog, you gotta see it. It's disgusting. And people was like, take it down, Hassan. And he cursed them out. You can look at it. If you go on his YouTube, I mean not his page on Instagram, is Poppy from the Bronx. You're gonna see it. He's disgusting and he's disturbed. I can't stand him at all. I really can't. I don't like the dude at all. And I'm not from the Bronx, but my mother worked in the Bronx. And I wouldn't be surprised if somebody that she knew typed up his PSI when he was, first incarcerated. He made the Bronx look bad. He really did. He doesn't like the Bronx. The Bronx don't like him. I mean, and what he did to Sonetta was just really foul. This was really foul. Sonetta got his story across. If it wasn't for Sonetta, Hassan wouldn't have blew up on YouTube. It says he's a ratatouille. Yeah, he really is. Oh, and by the way, when Hassan was on YouTube back in 2018, this is when like I wasn't watching him like that, but I did visit his Instagram page one time. And I saw this photo of two rats, these big, gigantic rats that he had in his house as pets. And they was ugly. And that's when I knew that he was a rat right then and there. Because, Hassan has a love for animals. Like, Hassan bought a sugar glider a couple of days ago. He wanted to buy a monkey, but the lady said, you can't keep the monkey in the house, though. It's an outdoor creature. Yeah, he loves the animals. So, yeah, but there's a mental illness there. And I think it's genetic, but I also think, and maybe he was too. I do think that he could have been like part of like some kind of experiment program. Like it's some weird stuff that goes on in some of these hospitals across America, including hospitals in the Bronx. And he could have been a victim of that. Also, probably lead poisoning. There's just certain things, excuse me, about him that's just not right. And I just think that he's not entertaining. And I think people should just stay away from him at this point. He's just dangerous. I mean, when you say you want to shoot somebody in the face, that's a sign of an alarm. That's a 5 alarm signal. And with that being said, it's your girl, Miss Analytical. I'm signing off. Thank you so much for listening to this live chatting with me. I want to give a shout out to Eric Johnson, 94, Mr. Anti Fugazi, Vulcan 2054. I want to give a shout out also to Kevin Finney and the one and only Wax Dog. Thank you so much for listening to my commentary. I know he keeps a gerbil handy. Okay, we not going. What's that actor with the gerbil? Oh my God, Pretty Woman. I can't I can't think of his name. Oh my God, Richard Gere. I know about the gerbil thing. Oh God. You know what? I ain't saying no more. Let me sign off. I'll see y'all later. I'll talk with y'all later. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Thank you, Vulcan. It was fun. It was fun. And Waxor, keep doing your thing. And Vulcan, Eric, Mr. Anti Fugazi, I'm definitely going to bring that commentary about the KCP. Take care.